There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Huskers will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Michigan's offense will take the first swing of the game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off.
There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry up. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Making side adjustments here. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a fantastic play there from the linebacker position. You think about guys like Trev Alberts, Levante David, some of the Nebraska greats playing the linebacker spot. Those guys were able to run. And because of that, they could get to the quarterback when blitzing. This guy with his speed is a guy that they need to deploy time and time again, getting after the quarterback. He's got some wheels.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Colorado State is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 10 to UTSA. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there. They're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
They'll run it from the gun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Balls and fired complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It was quite a burden for Dylan Rhule a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Rhule last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Rides to back and leaves it. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll run it from the gun. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Michigan offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. And the returner will be knocked down. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
What a lucky break for the running. I can't imagine what goes through your mind when you cough it up. You're like, oh, no, and just huge panic. I got to get back to the football. He did a good job finding his way back to the football after he made the mistake in fumbling in the first place.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Huskers send out the punt unit. They got to him and blocked it. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
From inside the 10, here he comes. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Trying to escape and get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
It'll be third and long. They'll try the run. There he goes. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. To the air, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Huskers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Here's the heat. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win first and second down, bring their dime personnel on the field third and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Simpson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll leave it with him. Runs through the tackle.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Cornhuskers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle, it's Key. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll leave the offense out to try to get the first down. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 24 over the Groupers. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Makes the catch. It's Hunter. Gets away from one, finds room. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. This time he's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Barney. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time.
He caught it! And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Cornhuskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Huskers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Plucks it out of the air. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. And the Wolverines will move the sticks with the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
On first down from their own 22. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Simpson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right...
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, go max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes, but you got to find something to have success.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put...
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it first and 10 from the 13. Quick with the spin move. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Raiola. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Escapes the sack. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, It's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To throw, it's Underwood. Makes the catch. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Looking downfield on first down. He slings it deep to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Returns it all the way back to the 23-yard line, and the defense gets a turnover.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
The sure hands, it's Haynes. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You want to have a lot of success on defense? Make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Huskers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to keep it in the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's going up top here late in the game. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The handoff to Johnson. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.